Hello soulmates, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you are new to my channel you are highly welcome. In today's tutorial I'll be teaching you how to cut and sew this very beautiful and gorgeous butterfly bubu. This bubu has a rolled up collar, it has a snatch waistline, and it also has a ruffles by the side of the bubu. If this is a tutorial you are interested in, don't forget to like, comment, share, and also subscribe to this channel if you haven't subscribed. Without wasting much time, let's get right into the tutorial. For this bubu, you will need about 2.5 yards of your main fabric if you are making a short bubu, and about 3.5 to 4 yards if you are making a very long bubu. That's for the main fabric. While for the organza, if you are making a short gown, you will need about 3 yards, and if you are making a long gown, you will need about 4.5 yards of your organdy fabric. So for my own bubu, I made use of two different fabric. I made use of a stripe fabric for the back and a crepe fabric for the front. You will also need half yard of either a crepe or a mikado fabric for the collar. So for your main fabric, make sure your fabric is about by 60 inches length, because this is a very long bubu, that is from the shoulder to the sleeve. It is very long, so I folded my fabric into two. I folded it along the 60 inches, so folded into two. Now I have 30 inches. So the next thing I did was to mark my shoulder divided by two at that point, and now the next thing I'll be doing is to mark my sleeve length. So your sleeve length is included with your ruffles. So for the ruffles, I made use of 5 inches for my ruffles. So whatsoever your sleeve length is, from your shoulder to wherever you want the sleeve to get to, which should be your wrist area, so you deduct 5 inches from the length. So if your shoulder to sleeve is 24 inches, deduct 5 inches, so you have 19 inches. So you measure your shoulder divided by 2, then you measure the 19 inches, then you add half inch, which you'll be using to join the ruffles to the sleeve. So the next thing I will do now on this shoulder divided by 2 is to just go in by about 1 inch from the shoulder divided by 2. Then I will notch that point with half inch. I will notch it with half inch. This is because the neckline is wide. This measurement is for the neckline. So from your shoulder divided by 2, you go in towards the center front or the center back by 1 inch, then you notch. So that will be for the neckline. So now the joining will, to join the front and the back together, it will now be from that notched part straight down, and from the other notched part straight down. So the opening will now be at the center. So you sew with half inch on both sides. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm using two different fabric. If you want to use the same fabric, please use the same fabric, but I'm using two different fabric. I'm using a stripe for the back or front, so I can either wear this as a front. I can wear the stripe either to the front or to the back, and the plain anyhow I want it. So this is what you should have after the notching. This is what it looks like. So you go ahead and sew from that notched point to the end, and from this other notch point to the end. So that is where, so the center now is the opening, which is the like the neckline. Because of the snatch effect we have at the waist area, we'll be cutting a belt, and for this belt you can use any length of your choice, but for me I think I use 5 inches wideness by 30 inches for each one of this rope. So just cut any rope. If you don't have enough fabric, you can cut a tiny rope just to attach inside. So this is the organdy I will be using. I'm not using organza, I'm using organdy. So this organdy is 3 yards, and I made a short bubu. The bubu I made was not long, so I made a short bubu. You know, I mentioned earlier that the ruffles length will be 5 inches, so I'll be cutting 11 inches for this organdy. So when I fold it into two, I have 5.5, and when I attach the organdy to the main bubu, I have 5 inches like that. So I'll be measuring 11 inches. When I fold it, I have 5.5, and when I attach it to the bubu, I have 5 inches. So now I'll go ahead and cut this. You know, the length of organdy is usually I think around 58 to like 60 inches. So for each side of the bubu, you know, we have the right and the left. I'll be using about of this, four of this cut out. I'll join them together to make it very long. I'll be using four because I want it to be very, very full. So you go ahead and you keep cutting your organdy, and when you are done, you join them together in a long stripe to form the ruffles. I'll still show you that when we get to that point. After cutting the organdy, I have 8 pieces. Like I mentioned earlier, that I'll be using four on each side. We have two sides, the right and the left. So I'll join them together to make a long, to make it very long. Then I'll fold it again before I now make the gathers. I will still show you that as we proceed. So guys, I want to measure the opening I have on my boo boo so that I can cut out the collar. So this is how you cut the collar. So this is the notch, where the notch stopped, and where it started from. You measure the distance. So that will be the length. That's the length of one of the side of the collar. So whatever you have there, let's assume I have 12 inches here. So that's 12 inches times 2. On this side and on the other side, I have 12 inches. So this is the fabric I'll be using. I have just this small pieces of Mikado fabric that I want to manage and use. So you measure your 12 inches like this. This is folded, though. This fabric is 2. Then the next thing you will do is to add another 6 inches. I measured the 12 inches, then I added 6 inches. Please, if you are joining yours together, let's say you are joining it at the center, please add your joining allowance too, because I'm also joining mine because of the fabric I have. The fabric I have is not just straight, it's not straight. So like I said, I'm managing this fabric. So this should actually be on fold at this center here, at that small area that is not slanted. So this should actually be on fold. As you can see, the slant area that I added 6 inches to, I added half inch there too for the joining allowance. So the measurement of your collar, the length should be what you measured on your boo boo. The measurement, that's 12 inches. Then you add the extra 6 inches to make that slanted effect. Then the wideness of this should be about 5 inches wide. So mine is, I think it was about 4 inches. I told you I'm managing this fabric, so it should be about 5 inches wide. 5 inches wide, or even 5.5 if you want the collar to be very big. But yeah, I think I have about just 4 inches or 4 and quarter, but you can have 5 or 5.5 inches. So this is just one layer of the collar, so I need to cut the lining because I'll be turning this. I can't use just a layer, so I'm using my doll face to do the lining. Please, if you have enough fabric, let's say you are using a Mikado and you have enough, just use it for the lining and the main fabric. Or if you are using a crepe, just use it as the lining and the main fabric. And if you are using a crepe, you can add stay or any stay to it to thicken it a bit. Crepe is a little bit soft compared to Mikado, so that the collar can stand and it can look firm. So this is the lining. As you can see, that I did not cut the lining divided because the fabric I have, I could cut it straight. So this is how you should cut it. The way I cut the lining, that's how you should cut the main collar and also the lining. So now this is the boo boo. I've went ahead to join it. As you can see, the space for the collar is right there. So the next thing I did was to iron this boo boo. As you can see, the center line of this boo boo, can you see the center line? Like I gave it a ironing just to indicate this center line, because this is a butterfly bubu and we need to take our measurement. So the first thing I will do now is to measure my armhole length or my bust length for the armhole, for the opening. So what I used was just my bust length. That was what I used at that point there. So after measuring the length for the sleeve opening, the next thing I will do is to divide my measurement into 4. So from this center line, I'll take quarter of the measurement. I'll take quarter of the measurement to the right and also to the left. So I'll do to one side first before I continue to the other side. So after taking the measurement, so your bust divided by 4, then you had its allowance of 2 inches to it. So whatever your bust divided by 4 is, just add 2 inches so that you don't mark it twice on the fabric. Just mark once so that you can sew on that line you shocked out. So don't make the shock to be too much visible, because if you are not using an it erasable chalk, so just mark your bust divided by 4 plus 2 inches is allowance. So this is my point here. Like I said, I will measure, I will bring the tape rule down to my waist measurement and also to my hip length. I'll take the tape down to my hip length there. So on the waist also, I will measure my waist divided by 4 plus 2 inches. So that's what I will measure at the waist area. So just you just add the same from your bust, waist and hip. So your bust divided by 4 plus 2 inches, your waist divided by 4 plus 2 inches for ease, so that you can easily put this on. Then your hip divided by 4 also plus 2 inches. So you connect this together like this. So to measure this down, you can either increase the bottom, that's to the hem of your bubu. So if you are making a short bubu, so instead of adding his allowance of 3 inches to the and 2 inches to the hip, you can add about 4, so that you'll be able to walk freely in your bubu. Because if you use the same from the hip straight down, you may not be able to walk. So if you are making a long bubu, make sure that after taking the measurement down, so let's say at the hem of the blouse, you use your hip divided by 4 plus, let's say, 4 inches is allowance. Then you leave space, you don't sew it down to the bottom. You leave about 10 to 15 inches from the hem line upward, so that when you want to move in the bubu, you can easily move, because this is not a very free bubu, it is a butterfly bubu. So the measurement I did on the right side, I'm doing it on the left side. Yes. So for a short bubu, you can still take the measurement down, then you leave some space for opening. Like for a short bubu now, the opening I left from the hem line to where the sewing ended was about 5 inches. So I left 5 inches from the hem line up to where the sewing stopped. But for a long bubu, you can leave 15 inches upward, so that you'll be able to walk freely in this bubu. So I'll go ahead now and sew on this line that I've just ruled out. I'll go ahead and sew it, then I will be back. So guys, I've went ahead to sew on this. So I followed the line for the sewing, and this is what I have not ironed it out, so that's why the shock is still showing. Like I said, I did not sew this downward. As you can see, some space that I left, and I went ahead to also hem the end of the bubu, so you need to hem it. So now this is my collar after joining the right side and the wrong side together. So I'll flip this to the right, and I will give it a good press. I'll flip it to the right and iron this properly. So this is my bubu, and I want to fix my rope. You know, there's a rope by the waist to snatch the waist, except you don't want the waist to be snatched. So you locate your, I like to use my under bust, because if I use my waist it will be too low. So I use my under bust, so the rope will start from my under bust downward. So I'm flipping this to the wrong side. As you can see that the butterfly bubu, like, it is inside because of the way the bubu is. So guys, I'll measure my under bust length. That's where the rope will start from, downward. So I'll measure it by the right and also by the other side. Then I will pin my rope to it. So the rope will be very close to the joining, but it won't be on the joining. It will be very close to it. So make sure you pin this carefully so you don't pin the other side. So pin it just carefully. Then you go ahead and do this same thing to this other side. So you fix the rope, then you go ahead and just sew. So you flip it to the right and just find a way to sew that part. So that's my collar after ironing and all, and this is the rope after sewing. As you can see, where the rope is. So now for the collar, now I'll go ahead and fix it around this opening we have on the neckline. So I'll fix it around this opening we have at the neckline. And to fix this collar, this is how you will fix it. So the right side of the collar will be facing the wrong side of the fabric. So the right side of the collar will face the wrong side of the fabric. Then you sew round like that. Please don't make that mistake so that you don't keep losing this, because the collar, that's if your collar have a right and a wrong side. So my collar has the right and the wrong side. So the right side of the collar will be facing the wrong side of this fabric. Then I'll go ahead and just sew with half inch all round. So you can also pin this down so that it can be very easy for you to sew. After sewing, you can also top stitch on the bubu, not on the collar, so that the collar can turn out nice. So after I was done, like I said, my collar was kind of small. The width of the collar was about 3 inches. So like that's why I told you to use 5.5. I used 4 inch, 4 inches at the beginning. So after sewing with half inch, I'm left with 3. So this is the fabric I'll be joining together to make ruffles. To achieve this, what I first did was to join them together to make a long rope, then fold it into two, sew it down before I now make the gathers on it. So this is my boo boo right here. This is the boo boo. So I'll be fixing one of it. You know, I told you that I joined four together. So I'll be using one of each for each side. So I'll go ahead and sew this. So after sewing, this is what we have. So go ahead and also weave so that it does not look rough. So this is what we have. For your collar, to iron it, you know this side that does not have the opening at the collar, you fold it equally into two. That is the blue fabric is showing inside and outside, like you fold it equally into two. But you see this edge here that has the pointed area, you don't fold it inside at all. You see what I'm talking about? You fold this edge here inside a little bit, but you see towards this end here, you won't fold it in at all at this end here. But you see this other side, it will be folded inside a little bit. So the collar will look smaller at this end, but it will look bigger at the tip over there. So that's all. You go ahead and give this a good press, and this is what I have. So to get this asymmetric M line, what you will just do is to slant your bubble to one side. Just bring your bubble to one side, like an off shoulder, to that side you want it. Then you are good to go. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you haven't liked this video, please like, drop a comment for me in the comment section, share this video, and also if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do well to subscribe before you leave. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next tutorial. Bye.